In this area, an arm of the Irish Sea stretches deep inland. The particularly strong tidal currents power the CGen turbine. David Ainsworth is project manager.
We are travelling to the tidal turbine, which is a big turbine monopile standing in the middle of the Strangford Narrows. It's like an underwater windmill with two 16-metre diameter blades, which generates 1.2 megawatts of electricity, which is enough electricity to power the whole of this village, which is around 10,000 people.
It seems like a lot for just one turbine. This tidal power station generates more energy than any other of its kind in the world. Most of the technology is underwater, as David Ainsworth shows with the help of some animated graphics.
Where that's standing, it's 25 metres deep. And under the water we actually have like a wing, like an aircraft wing. And on each tip of the wing there's two 16-metre diameter rotors. And those rotors are like big, I suppose they're like big wings themselves.
Maintenance and repair work can't be done underwater because the current is too dangerous. So the propellers are brought up from the deep. The tides are an inexhaustible source of power. But what do the seals make of the turbine? The Narrows are a nature reserve and animal protection activists oppose the tower's construction. Do the blades present a real danger to wildlife? One local fisherman says they don't.
None at all. In fact, it's changed both towns, Portaferry and Strangford. The turbine has brought people here from worldwide. There's not a month that doesn't go by that we don't have tourists from around the world. It's been a great thing here. You know, certainly it hasn't interfered with the sea life, the wildlife, birds, anything like that. It hasn't interfered with that at all. In fact, as was just shown today, there are more wildlife around since the turbine came.
On land, researchers use radar to monitor marine life around the rotors. Marine biologist Andrew Murray works for the University of Belfast. If he sees an animal get too close, he shuts down the turbine. He can't confirm whether there are now more seals than before.
Over all the years and the seal counts and the carcasses found, they have not been attributed to the turbine. So the turbine has not damaged any marine life as far as we know.
The power station has been supplying energy to the small towns of Portaferry and Strangford since 2008. Could the whole of Ireland follow this lead in clean energy? The government contributed €3.5 million in subsidies to the project, which is run by Irish energy company ESB.
It's early days, and obviously the technology, tidal technology, is at the pre-commercial stage. But if you go back 20 years ago, wind energy was at the same stage and the technology is mature.
Big energy companies are currently investing heavily in offshore wind turbines. CGen is still in its test phase. Maintenance engineers regularly have to scale the tower, which was built by a British company and has so far produced 2.5 gigawatts of power with zero CO2 emissions.
It could be installed everywhere in the world where you actually have a viable current. West Coast Canada, New Zealand, China, India, Japan. So all the key industrial nations actually have viable tidal resources which they can actually tap into. It's just the desire and the will to actually do that, and the financial support and means to actually invest in these projects, which will get the industry going.
The test phase has another 2 years to run. If the test proves successful, there are plans for larger CGen-type power stations off the coasts of Wales and Scotland.